Hi there, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've just sent out the link now, so we'll just get ready, wait for a couple people. So let's see what's moving right now. We have FFIE. Watching this one closely as well. I like this FFIE. I'm looking for it to come back to this level here, right? This $5 level. So 505 is obviously the support here we have. We can even move this up to 510. So this is the support level we have here. Previous resistance now became support. It's pulled back to around that level. And now we should see it continue to push to the upside on this one. So let's see how this one does. AVTX. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to pull it. I don't know. I'm not too sure, honestly. Yesterday, 81%. Today, 24%. So obviously, there's a lot of bullish momentum on this. Is it going to, I don't know how far it's going to run. I don't know what price it's going to go to. All I do is when I trade, guys, I never hold for a certain price target. Like if I buy now, I'm not going to hold till $1 or something. All I do is I simply look at the stock where it's at. Where's the next resistance level? I'll sell before that, move my stop loss up, and so on. I never hold for 50, 60% profits. I scale out as I go, and I just look at the most recent resistance levels, and that's all I trade for. If you guys are trying to hold for certain price targets, you'll probably lose 99% of the time because it's very unrealistic getting to those kind of prices that most people are looking for, 100, 200% returns. Obviously, it's very common that these plays do run these 100, 200%ers, but also it's not really worth holding it in my opinion. So if I was to give you any recommendations in terms of when I always get asked what kind of price target you're looking for in these things, I just look at the stock and I see where's the resistance level. I'll just sell those kind of levels. So that's it. Yeah, of course, I think it's going to continue. Yeah, for sure. Look, it's up 26%. It's up 100% in 2 days, right? Now, all I'm looking at right now, if I'm looking at this chart right now, exactly here, this is my support level. My big resistance level is 0.3, right? So if I was in this trade, I would sell some at 0.3, and then I would move my stop loss up, and then I would just let it go up. That's how I trade. That's all. So I'm a day trader. I don't swing trade. I used to swing trade, but for me, I prefer to day trade. I have a lot more success with that. NAVB. A lot of sub $1 stocks. Yeah, bullish chart, right? You can clearly see that. Where's your next area of resistance? You have this 0.1. I would say this level, 0.15. That's it. This is your resistance level right here. So there's your level, no problem. So this is your resistance level here, 0.15, that's it. And then you have room all the way to 0.2 on these sub $1. I don't really look at them too much, to be honest, guys, but I don't mind giving my feedback on them at all. Let me have and see what else is moving here. So RNAS, we can see here, it's obviously still in the downtrend. I won't be entering this trade anytime soon. The only entry that I'll be looking for on RNAS is simply just looking for it to reclaim 118. Why am I looking for 118? It was previous support, it became resistance. I wanted to break above here, close above this, break this downtrend, right? Become support and then push to 132 and then 148. That's all I'm looking for on this RNAS. AMC, possible continuation on this. I did mention on Twitter this one's possible reversal of this level. This looks very, very good on this, on AMC right now. So we can see what's happened, right? Pulled back to the support level, exactly almost that level, and now it's pushing up, going for new high of day, 909, and then 925 is that next level that I have there, you can see in blue. NVOS is gone. Let me have a look. It hasn't broken it yet. So this is still bullish. I'm still expecting this. I'm personally not in this trade. I know quite a few people in the Discord. Someone actually made very, very good money. One of my members made a lot of money off this trade yesterday, actually. But in terms of the trade, I won't be trading this, but this is a bullish chart pattern, right? This is an ascending triangle. You guys can look it up on Google. right? An ascending triangle, meaning that you expect the price to do this, retest, and push to the upside. So if this was intraday, any intraday trade like this setup, I would definitely take it. Why? Because I expect the breakout of this trade, that's all. So yes, you can try and enter the trade now if you guys like, right? That's what I would personally do during intraday. Obviously, we have some data came out earlier today, so the price action and a lot of things will be a lot different today, so maybe setups won't work as well. But in my opinion, I do expect this to break above and continue to the upside and break this high day from yesterday. So expecting this to break above this chart. If you guys were to take this trade, I wouldn't have more than a 5% stop loss on this NVOS. SLE. Traded this earlier. It's kind of just holding this $1 psychological level at the moment. It's just really trading in a range now. So it's consolidating between this 197. I would just move this to $2. That's the psychological level. So we have there $2 psychological level. I want this to hold this going into open. Once it holds that $2 level, obviously, then we can start to see a push to this 220, break this 220, then we have a lot of room to the upside on this. So all I'm focused right now on this trade is all I'm looking for it is to break above $2 and hold it into open. That's all I'm looking for. AMC, yeah, this looks good. AMC is moving up. AXLA, I'm expecting AXLA to break above. I'm actually in this trade. I don't have much of it since it's pre-market, but I do expect this to break above. It is obviously slowing down, but it is still within the falling wedge. So I'm expecting to hit at least 117 and then continue to push to the upside on that. Let's have a look at FWBI. I just charted it for someone. So FWBI is breaking this level now that I mentioned on Twitter for you guys. I said that you need to break this 0.8875. So it clearly broke this high here, right? So now we expect it to try and push, retest this, and then continue to the upside. If it doesn't hold this level, where is it going to go next? Usually what happens is it'll pull back to this VWAP level here. So you can clearly see when it ran up, it pulled back to VWAP, it ran up again, pulled back to around VWAP, and then it pushed again. So I expect the same price action if it doesn't hold this level. Expect it to pull back to VWAP and then push to the upside, right? That's what I expect on this. But now that we've broken this high of day, it's looking very good. So this is FWBI. Go here. So the next target you can have is pretty much 0.95 or 0.965, sorry. So these would be your next levels, and then 102. So these are the levels that I would focus on next. It's looking very good into open. It's up 109%, which is pretty insane. If you guys have any charts, feel free to write them in the comments in the section there, and then I'll just chart them for you and explain and give my thoughts on them as well. So just to keep an eye on some of these plays. Lira, nothing really going on. COSM, this one was disappointing. It's just kind of holding this 124 level at the moment. So we can see here, this is just the major support level. Obviously, if we're looking at now, we can see that's in a downtrend, right? I won't be looking for a trade on this yet. Personally, I'm just going to wait and see how it does it open, and then wait at least 15-20 minutes and then see what happens. Yeah, MVOS is right here. This is the chart. It's right here. I showed this one. Oh, I see the Axler chart. Wait, is it only showing the Axler chart? Give me a sec, hold up. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Is that working now? Let me know. Let's see. Let me know if it's working. All right, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, MVOS, this is an ascending triangle. So this is what I expect to happen. I expect this to break above this trend line. right? So if you go on Google, you can simply look it up and see where it is. So there, and then push to the upside. Where would you, I would have more than a 5% stop loss. That's all. Okay, cool. I wouldn't have more than a 5% stop loss. I personally don't have larger than a 3% stop loss on every single trade that I give in the Discord, every single trade that I take. Why is it such a small stop loss? Because I'm willing to take my losses quick and let my runners run. So as it's pre-market, it's very risky taking trades here. That's why you can maybe have a larger stop loss around 3% or 5%, sorry. The reason is because if you get stopped at 5%, it's not the end of the world, okay? You can look for re-entries during open, but if you're trying to get into the stock now and have a 20% stop loss, right, and it comes all the way down to your 20%, you're out 20% loss, right? So just cut your losses quick and focus on the next setup. You're gonna lose, it's fine, but just make sure that you focus on your winners. Everyone loses, there's no 100% strategy. What if you're a swing trader? I don't know what your entry is, honestly. I would, if you're trying to look for an entry now, I wouldn't look for an entry now. I wouldn't try and look for a swing entry during pre-market, in my opinion. If you were to look for an entry on this, I mean, you need a lot. I wouldn't have more than a 10% stop loss on a swing trade. That's how I look at it. I mean, since these are sub $1 stocks, it's a lot different. So you would need probably 15%, but that's when I wouldn't even, that's why I don't trade these sub $1 because 15% moves on these are very common. So that's why I kind of just avoid that. So personally, I wouldn't have more than a 10% stop loss. 10%, cut it. That's how I feel. UFAB. Let me have a look. UFAB, not any volume at all. If you can even look here on the 1 hour, we can go on the 4 hour, right? As I explained yesterday on the live trading, or as I explained yesterday during the YouTube, that if you guys just simply zoom out and look at a larger time frame, you can clearly see what's happening. So if we go into a weekly look, what do you guys think about the stock, right? Simple downtrend, bearish, right? So for me personally, I don't enter trades unless I start to see a reversal or a break of a trend. At the moment, we can see on the weekly, there's no trend break. On the daily, right, it's not doing anything at all, right? So you can see what's happening is that it's consolidating. So you don't really know if you're trying to buy here, it's probably going to come down, go up, down, up, down, up, right? So then you can go to the 4 hour and then you can start to see still, okay, it's still in that downtrend, right? And then you can go to the 1 hour and you can start to see that the volume is not really there, right? Look at these candle wicks. So if you're looking at the 1 hour now, however, we can start to see that there is a falling wedge, right? So that is bullish. We mean that we expect this to break to the upside on this. So we expect price to go like this and we push it to there, there, and up. So that's how we would look at that trade. So I'll post this one on Twitter for you so you can have a look at it again. But simply, guys, all you need to do is just do it's called a top-down analysis. So all you need to do is simply start from the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and then you go to the smaller time frames to look for entries. That's all you have to do. Very, very simple way of charting. And then how do you find support and resistance? All it is you just look for an area where there's the most touches, okay? So where there's most rejection or where there has been an area where it's pulled back to most and it's held that level, right? So usually I like to keep it at these psychological levels like 2.45. You can even do 2.5. But this chart isn't as clear at the moment. So it's very difficult to chart these. I personally wouldn't be entering this trade just because of the lack of volume. However, this is a bullish chart pattern, so you do expect this to break above. So this is UFAB on the 1 hour chart. So this is UFAB, this is the 1 hour chart. So we have a falling wedge, right? Just low volume. So why don't I like low volume plays? Because it doesn't usually respect technicals as much. It takes a longer time for them to break the chart patterns or key areas. So just makes it a lot difficult. For me personally, I like to trade stocks with high volume because it respects a lot more of the trend lines, and you expect bigger moves with that as well. So your key support level is 0.2200. All right, so there's your UFAB chart. If you guys can do me a favor, if you can just like the stream up and subscribe if you guys haven't as well. I'm just trying to grow this YouTube channel, and I'm going to continue to do this, and we're going to continue to post also YouTube videos as well, not only the live stream. So really appreciate if you guys do that. It helps a lot. So thanks for doing that. So let's have a look here on as let me just catch up with the chat. AVTX, NVOS. Where's NVOS? Yeah, NVOS is just chilling still. Any for the average volume, it's for the minimum volume, it's really just anything that's kind of over what the average volume is of the stock, right? So simply to keep it simple, right? I just try and keep it very simple with my trading. All I do is I look at the top gainers, right? On Webull, or you can go on investing.com, right? I just go to the top gainers pre-market, and then I just simply look at which plays are running. Usually that's just a quick indicator of identifying which stocks are moving and which stocks have the best possible setup for day trades or scalps. So simply looking at the top gainers right now, there are a lot of sub $1 stocks, which I do avoid. I personally don't trade them, just because they're a lot more volatile, and there's a lot of offerings that happen with that, and it's also a lot more riskier trading them. So I look at kind of stocks over $1, between $1 and 10, but anything kind of over the daily average volume is kind of what I look at. On as PFSW. Nothing going on that. We have a trend NAVB. What do you think? I just have a look at this, I think. So NAVB, yeah, NAVB, you just need this 0.15. You need that to break that level. So, I mean, if you're looking at it right now, simple uptrend, right? That's all. So what do you expect to happen? If it rejects this level, it will come down to here, reject, break, retest, and push up on NAVB. SLE, like I said with this one, it's very important that this does hold this $2 psychological level, right? If we look at yesterday, okay, we can see yesterday's intraday. This is this black from this black background here. This is obviously pre-market. We can see that it held $2. Yes, it's come down to this 197, but for me personally, I still like it within this level because it has not just come all the way down to like around this 180 level. It's still hovering around the psychological level. So if it holds this one, like I said, this $2 into open, and then we start to see a push to the upside, I'll definitely start to look for entries on this because we can see it run all the way up to $3 again on this. So that's what I would look for definitely on this SLE. AXLA, I am in this trade. Still expecting this to break above. It's taking its time. I've been in it for a while, like since pre-market, a lot earlier in pre-market. Still just trusting it. If it does go below $1, I'll probably just cut it. But I might look for re-entries if it does reclaim that $1 again. NVOS is still just consolidating here. It's not really deciding it, but I really think that this will go. AMC is obviously running from yesterday as well. And then we can see game is up a little bit, not really. How's the weed plays doing? CGC and that. So CGC yesterday doesn't look great at all. Just put this, you can put this $1 level here because that's kind of where my max level is. Otherwise, if it goes under this, basically this yellow line, I'm not really interested in it. But if you guys can see what's happening, right, it's clearly bearish. So we don't look for entries at this level for me personally. We can see that this is now an area of resistance, this 120. So I would put this 120 level as purple, which means that you can look for possible entries if it does break above that level. It can be kind of forming this falling wedge here. So like I said, with the falling wedge, this is kind of my go-to setup where I expect this price to break to the upside, similar to this AXLA level here, right? Same chart as the one I just showed now. So if we go back to CGC, we can see that it is forming this level here. It needs to kind of hold this $1 level, otherwise it's probably just going to go all the way down to, what is this? Yeah, yeah, around this 0.72 level. So you can keep an eye on it, but it is very bearish at the moment. Nothing looking great on it. So I don't really have much on my watch list at the moment, guys. You can see it's just these blue plays, the blue color stocks here, which are kind of my top plays at the moment. I have a couple other runners that were obviously running throughout the week, but at the moment there's nothing really looking worth getting unless you like to play the stocks under $1, which are most of them, like FWBI is top gainer right now. How's this doing? Let's see what this is doing. So FWBI, so yeah, FWBI is kind of deciding right now. So you can see this was the previous high that I mentioned, and then now you can see it broke above. It's retesting this, and let's see if it does push to the upside now on that. FWBI, JZXN. I don't really like this setup too much as JZXN. Let's have a look and see. I know the oil plays have been moving quite a bit slowly throughout the week. So I would definitely keep an eye on these plays, these ones here. So MRO, Marathon Oil, HUSA, RIG, Indo, CI, and IMPP. So these ones here at the bottom are all the oil plays that I watch. So usually what happens is Indo starts running first, HUSA, MRO, RIG, and that start following as well after that. How's the AMC doing? I really like this AMC setup at the moment. The fact that it's respected this level here very well is a very strong bullish sign, because it shows that there's a lot of strength with the stock and that buyers are still stepping in for this one. So obviously we can see the high of day is 908. I'm just going to keep this at 908 because we have more stronger area of resistance here. But obviously we wanted to break above this, then 925 would be our next level on this play at the moment. Let me know if you guys do grab this NVOS. I do, like I said, I do expect this one to break above today. It's just continuation from yesterday. Either there's going to be a big pullback at open, or it's just going to go straight through this ascending triangle. AXLA is still looking good right now. It's lack of volume, but it does look very good. I'm expecting this definitely to break above here. It looks good. SLE, yeah, I would definitely keep this one on watch, guys. I know yesterday was a bit of a struggle trading this. It was kind of my only trade yesterday that I took. It was the only trade that I took yesterday. I took it at 207 to I think 213 or something. So for me personally, it was a lot slower. I didn't really intend on trading yesterday just because of CPI data. However, I did manage to make something on this one, but I just like how it's holding this $2 level. So holding this $2 level is good. Next level you have is 220. That's your next resistance level on this trade for SLD. So we can start seeing now it's pushing up now as well. So 203 right now as well. JZXN. Yeah, I saw that one. AMC. I'd also keep an eye on this FFIE. One of the members in the Discord yesterday actually gave this out at like 440 when it ran. Very, very nice yesterday. So people made some good money on this. We can see obviously now what's happened is there's that big run up to 605, and now it's pulled back to this solid support level here, 510. I would even mark this $5 as well, just to keep an eye on this psychological level here. So you can have this as your psychological level. If it goes below this $5, you expect it to pull back to around this 475 level, because you can see here that this was also previous support here. So we'll see how this one does. For me personally, I'm waiting for this 550 reclaim, so change that to there. 550 reclaim is what I'm looking for on this. Once it breaks above this level, we can start to see as support, then push to this 605 level. $6 break ideally is what I'm looking for on this trade at the moment. Is there any other charts you guys want me to post? I'll be in here for like 5 more minutes, and then I'll just go through my watch list, and then I'm gonna head into Discord. I've got to do some live trading. So just post some tickers there if you guys want, and I'll just post them on the Twitter, and then also just give my feedback on some of the setups. Preferably anything over $1, but it doesn't really matter. AXLA, I really like AXLA. This is probably my top watch into open, so I'd move this here. It is down 11% or 12%, but I still do like this setup a lot. NVOS, obviously for those under $1, this is a big watch. I know a lot of people are watching this play all over Twitter, so keep an eye on that one for sure. FNGR, I like this setup a lot. So charted this, I think yesterday and the day before, pretty much every day this week. In terms of a swing trade, I said that what I expect to happen is pretty much this line, right? So now I'm expecting this to do this, to pull back to this level here, around this level, and then continue to push to the upside. But clearly looking on a larger time frame, I mean, you can go to the daily even, you can just clearly see what's happened. It's even broken this daily resistance here at 715. So broken that, where do you expect it to pull back? Probably back to around the 715 level and then push back to the upside on this one. So that's what you can watch for this on Finger. I like it, it's very good setup, but if I was looking for entries, I'd just wait for a larger, I'd just wait for the 715 pullback around that. That's where I would, my main focus would be. FWBI. Yeah, FWBI looks great. So it's doing what I pretty much expected on this. So remember I posted this level here, this 875, it finally broke that. It's retested this level, okay? And now you can start to see it's pushing for pretty much this high of the day here. And then, I mean, I expect this to go to $1. I mean, it's up 110%. It's going to be very volatile. I don't know when it's going to break there. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I do expect it to break probably $1 today. Hopefully it can hold that and then continue to push to the upside on that play. BDRX. So just looking at the 5 minute, there's not much volume, but we'll just continue to look at larger time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour, and so on. So simply all I do is I just find where's the area of support, right? Where's an area of support here? There's 540, so I just mark this orange. Area of resistance would be around here, so you can do 615, and then you can do this basically the 705 here, and then you have room all the way up to this 960. So 960 is your big level, and then obviously if we want to do a couple more levels, we'll do this 810 here. But then we just simply look at the trend, what's happening. We can start from here to get the touches. Here is what we're looking for, right? So simply can see what's happening here. It's bearish, right? So although it is holding this level here, which we do like, right? This 540, which is great because it was previous resistance here. Now it's solid support since the 31st of August. So we can say this is a nice area of support. However, if I was to look for entries, I would have to wait for 615 reclaim and this trend line break. But at the moment, there's not much volume on it. It's very difficult to say what's going to happen with it, but it is bearish at the moment. You need confirmation of a reversal, but I'm going to post this on Twitter because someone else just asked me for this as well. So BDRX. This is the 4 hour chart. So we can clearly see it's bearish, right? Downtrend. So just look for 615 reclaim. And then your key support is just that orange line that I have there, which is 540. 540 on that. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna go my watches quickly and then I'm gonna head into the Discord. So obviously AXLA is my top watch. This is the play that I'm in at the moment. Looking here on the 15 minute, we can start to see that it is, buyers are slowly starting to step in. It's holding this $1, which is ideally what I want. NVOS, this one is probably going to break above this, maybe just before open, honestly. In my opinion, it's worth a lotto play. I don't really say that much. I don't really say that much in terms of setups, but the fact that this ran pretty much crazy yesterday, I do expect it to continue and break above this. I just wouldn't have more than a 5% stop loss on this trade personally. AMC, this looks very good. 909 is kind of the level you want it to break. Just mark that pre-market high and look for the retest and then push to the upside. RNAS, I like this one as well. All I'm looking for simply is just this 118 break. That's it, nothing else. And then FFIE, I like this one as well. It's holding this $5.10, $5 psychological level. This is probably going to go, in my opinion, at open. It's looking very good. So Looking here now on the 15 minute, it's got a falling wedge, so I expect this to break out. So this looks like a good possible entry right now, actually, on FFIE. So this is the 15-minute chart, so this looks good on this one. So yeah, let me just post this on Twitter for you guys to see. And then this one, I would definitely keep an eye on this one. I like this setup a lot. So watch for a breakout on this. And then SLE as well, I'm watching this because like I said with this a lot of times already, is this $2 level, right? I wanted to hold $2 and then I want to start to see a push to the upside and then look for possible entries on this to 220, and then we have a lot of room all the way to $3 on this. All right, so I'm just gonna, if you guys have any questions regarding any charts or anything throughout the day, just feel free to message me on Twitter as you guys normally do, or just DM me on there. That's where I'm most active. If you have any questions regarding the Discord, I know someone asked at the start of the stream, do we have any spaces? We do have some spaces left. I can send the link now to you guys as well if you want to join. I'm actually doing live trading today, so you guys can join us with that. And then in regards to just the Twitter post, you guys have that key there that I show you, which all the colors mean. So the orange, green, or orange, yellow, purple, and that. So you can have a look. That's just pinned to my account as well. So any other questions regarding trading, like I said, on my inbox open, you can message me whenever, and I'll get back to you guys throughout the day. Just remember, guys, this week, we've also had CPI data, the day after CPI data. Just wait at least 20-30 minutes, in my opinion, after open to see how plays are looking. Regardless of that, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining.